The decrypted adjutant contains records proving Mengsk ordered the massacre on Tarsonis. Now we just need to broadcast those records. Mirahan gave us a tip that might help. The Dominion is unveiling a new war machine called the Odin on Korhal. If we hijack the Odin, we can use it to gain access to the UNN studios and broadcast the records of Mengsk's war crimes. The Odin is currently in the testing facility on Valhalla.
Our team's in position. We're ready to steal the Odin. Are you absolutely sure about this, sir?
Yep. Tychus is definitely our best man for this kind of job. He does get a little excited in combat. We're gonna need to keep up with him once the fighting starts.
If he can actually commandeer the Odin, it's vital that we take out all the Dominion bases in the area. Hopefully we can block all transmissions long enough for him to do that. We can't risk word of this getting back to Korhal.
How much do we know about this Odin?
It's an experimental super heavy siege walker designed for prolonged frontline combat. Very powerful.
Great. Even Tychus can't wreck it then.
Here they go.
Go, go, go!
Well, you fought real good out there, Tychus. Your time in the freezer didn't dull your edge none.
Well, fear and violence always did bring out the best in me.
Have to admit, we always did make a good team.
Yeah. Well, that was until I went to prison and you went legit.
Right.
This is Kate Lockwell reporting from UNN headquarters on Korhal. Let's go to Donnie Vermillion on special assignment.
Kate, I'm very pleased to be talking to General Horace Warfield. General, I understand that Dominion forces will soon be showing off their newest weapon, the Odin war machine.
That's correct, Donnie. We'll show the Odin on the streets of Korhal itself, with full coverage from your fine network.
General, Kate Lockwell here. I've heard rumblings about some sort of logistics trouble with the Odin's debut.
Now, Kate...
It's true, Kate. The Odin was delayed in shipping, and we briefly lost communication with the production facility. But it arrived safely, so we can go ahead with the unveiling.
You heard it here first. The Dominion unveiling new weapons of destruction on the streets of Korhal.
What is wrong with that woman? Tell her not to interrupt my interviews!
Your boy Horner is actually pulling this off. Gotta say, I'm mighty impressed.
So how does the Odin rate as a fighting machine?
Brother, it is the single greatest creation in the history of mankind. Striding around and dispensing righteous fury just about brought a tear to my eye. You just let me know when I can take it out for another spin.
You'll get your chance soon enough, old buddy. Don't you worry.
Ever wonder why Minx don't just send him ghosts to kill ya? You've been a thorn in his side for a long time.
Assassinating me just turned me into a martyr. He'd never be rid of me then. He needs to kill my reputation first.
Very good. You think clearly despite your hate for him. Of course his patience has got limits too. Tread careful, Mr. Reyna. Someone on this ship is already working for Minsk. I can feel it.
The Dominion is getting into some pretty advanced weapons technology, but their biological sciences are still terrible.
So Swan, what are the chances we can build something like that Odin?
You nuts? No way we've got the facilities for mass-producing hardware on that scale.
And here I was thinking you could build anything, Swan.
Shoot. All right, forget the scale. I'm gonna figure it out, don't you worry. And I'll come up with something a damn sight more practical than that showpiece. You see if I don't.
Sir, when Tychus came back aboard the ship, I had the techs run a scan on him.
Matt, you need to get a hobby.
Seriously, sir. His suit contains a sophisticated transponder. If it receives the correct code, it'll shut down all his major organs. That suit is a death trap.
He's got a gun to his head.
And who's got their finger on the trigger? Mobius?
Tychus, what have you gotten yourself into?
We have the Odin. Now we can use it to spearhead our takeover of the UNN studios on Korhal. Once the Odin has taken out their defenses, we'll broadcast our evidence against Mengsk. Figure they'll throw everything they have at us. They'll be talking about this one for years.
Our raid on the Valhalla facility hasn't even been reported yet. The Dominion have no idea we stole the Odin. I had to call in every favor I had, but I got the Odin on the surface with Tychus inside.
Matt, you're a miracle worker. Must have been a complicated operation.
You don't even want to know, sir. I'm not gonna let anything keep us from exposing Mengsk.
So they're still expecting to film it at the UNN studios later today?
That's right. And we won't disappoint them. Seeing as he's the only one with experience, Tychus will pilot the Odin and hit the studio guards with a surprise attack. They'll be confused for several minutes, and won't even know who to attack at first.
And during the confusion, we'll establish a forward base using this command center we acquired earlier. Pretty devious, Matt. I like it.
If Tychus can inflict enough damage during the sneak attack, making the broadcast should be relatively easy. Keep in mind, we'll only have a few minutes before the Dominion realize that Tychus is in the Odin. Once they figure it out, they'll use everything they've got to stop us.
Whatever happens, we'll be giving Mengsk one hell of a broadcast. Let's do this.
These shocking revelations, veritable firestorm of anti-Mengsk sentiment.
The Emperor held a news conference earlier today.
Emperor, how do you respond to these allegations of genocide? Of using aliens to...
I assure you, these slanderous attacks against the throne are baseless and irresponsible.
Sir, do you still stand by the sentiment that selfless devotion to the people is the basis of your rule?
Well, of course. I was called upon to serve the greater interest of humanity. Personal power was never my goal.
Then how would you characterize this statement?
I will not be stopped. Not by you or the Confederates or the Protoss or anyone. I will rule this sector or see it burnt to ashes around me.
I won't stand for this. You jackals think you can come in here and question me? This interview is over.
You know, I love seeing him squirm. But the Dominion's just gonna spin this like they do everything else.
Not this time. Mengsk used the media as a weapon for years, and now we've turned it against him. One broadcast. And won us a bigger victory than 100 battles.
I guess you're right. Well, it's what we started this revolution for in the first place. We've got a long way to go. Maybe we started something here.
Hearts and minds, man. Just like you always said.
You know, Matt, someday you're gonna wind up leading this bunch of misfits.
Oh no. That's what I keep you around for, sir.
Kate Lockwell here, live from Korhal. There's rioting in the streets. Citizens are setting fire to government buildings to express their shock and anger at the startling revelations from earlier today. Donnie, what's the situation where you are?
I had a brother on Tarsonis. I had a brother there.
Right. Thanks for that, Donnie. Okay. Emperor Mengsk broadcast a statement earlier today. Unfortunately, UNN satellites were on lockdown at the time. Let's replay a bit of that.
This evidence has been falsified. The enemies of the Dominion will go to any length to soil my good reputation. These ruthless, slanderous attacks cannot...
At that point, the Emperor was shouted down. He's since retreated to his palace and refuses to speak to anyone. In this reporter's opinion, Emperor Mengsk has been revealed as a...
You went in. May never be on your side. But after today, they smell blood on Minsk, and that's good for all of us.
We sure gave Mengsk a kick in the pants. Excuse me. I don't usually have outbursts like that.
You see? Told you I could build something better than that piece of crap, Odin.
I like that. That's the spirit, brother. Show 'em who's boss.
Got some work to do on the chassis still, but I got to thinking about upgrades and variants, you know? They ain't gonna be cheap, cowboy. Big honking thing like that never is. But they'll be worth it, you'll see.
That's what I like to hear. I'll take a look and see what's affordable. Well, so you're thinking about giving up this life of luxury and becoming a professional broadcaster?
Oh, regular folks just ain't ready for the raw sex appeal I'd unleash into their great little lives. I reckon my niche is right here with you, old buddy. Right to the end.
I'm glad you're part of all this, Tychus. You did real good today. Those classified documents we found on Core Hall weren't anything special. Just referred to some old bioweapons lab orbiting Castanar.
I think this one might be different. The file suggests they were planning to terminate everyone who ever worked there.
I assume that doesn't mean firing them. But why would Mengsk want to kill a whole research staff?
I don't know. But it seems like something we should check out.
It does indeed.
The classified documents we found on Core Hall imply the Dominion has a top-secret bioweapons lab on an orbital platform at Castanar. If the Dominion is cooking up a big surprise for us, I'd like to know about it.
So what's the scoop on this top-secret death lab?
This asteroid is registered as a beryllium storage warehouse. But that must be a cover for the Dominion's biolab.
Let's hope so. We'd look pretty silly coming all this way for a few tons of beryllium. Did those documents give us any clues as to what the Dominion's cooking up in there?
No, sir. But they did contain some of the facility's security codes, so we may be able to hack into their systems.
Sounds fun. Well, long as we're here, we may as well take a look.
Sir, parts of the facility seem to be scan-shielded. Our signals are breaking up left and right. Be careful in there.
Hey, careful's my middle name.
I thought it was Eugene.
Shut it, Matt. All right, boys. Stay frosty.
Oh my god! Don't kill me!
Raiders roll. These creatures, they ain't like any Zerg I've ever seen before. Matt, scan their biosignatures.
Hold on. The signal's weak in there. Wait. Sir, I'm reading both Zerg and Protoss DNA. Were those things assimilated somehow?
I don't know, but I'm real curious as to what they're doing inside a Dominion lab.
Check it out. We got that Raynor guy trapped in Lab 1.
Ha! Nice! Release the Zerg!
Looks like the same creature was mutated and cloned over and over. Matt, you got any additional info?
Stedman's been running some tests, sir. He says the specimen's DNA strands have been artificially spliced. Whoever's in charge of this mess did it deliberately.
Matt, we've got to blow this place sky high. No way we can just leave it standing.
Well, I'm picking up a strong power signature close to you. There must be a large fusion reactor somewhere in the facility.
Perfect. We'll find the reactor, destroy it, then we're out of here.
Containment field weakening. Protoss-Zerg hybrid reviving.
Emergency! Emergency! Containment breach! We're all gonna die!
My lord. Am I seeing this right? We should get out of here right now. Count on me.
Go, go, go!
Time we were leaving. Lift off. Matt, can you read me? I'm inbound in some big transport the Dominion was nice enough to supply. Don't shoot us down. What the hell is Mengsk playing at?
Creating his own alien super soldiers by the looks of it. He's found a way to hybridize Zerg and Protoss somehow.
Don't look like he's housebroken them yet. At least the lab's been trashed.
Yeah, but it was only one lab. Who's to say how many more he set up?
This is Kate Lockwell for UNN. Donnie Vermillion remains on sick leave. Get better, Donnie. Coming up later, we begin a 10-part expose on corruption in the Dominion government. How high does it go? Tonight, however, I'd like to return to the topic of Tarsonis and the day it fell. Families ripped apart, literally, when the savage Zerg arrived. Mountains of dead bodies, deserted cities. Let's play that clip again.
I will rule this sector or see it burnt to ashes around.
Stop! Wait! You can't just come in here!
By order of Dominion Security, this newscast is terminated.
We finally got you, Arcturus. Nice to see the media taking shots at you for a change.
I don't even want to talk about what you found down there. Can't you see I'm drinking?
Whatever you found down there makes me afraid. What was it?
Something monstrous. Zerg, Protoss hybrid. It must have been a powerful sight for you to feel it scream from all the way up here.
Searing, blinding, like feeling the sun burn in your face with your eyes squeezed shut. I never felt a thing like that before. I hope I never do again.
I can't believe those Dominion scientists were hybridizing Zerg and Protoss. That's just madness.
Sir, you should check out the research console. There's some exciting developments there.
What in the hell's name did you stir up in that lab, cowboy?
Mengsk is taking the plane God literally now. He made that thing and a whole heap more like it. And who knows how many other labs he's got out there.
Great. Like we ain't got enough to handle with the Zerg. Now we got Mengsk breeding his own damn monsters too.
I don't know what Mengsk was trying to do in that lab, but I think he's in over his head.
Mobius wants us to go after another artifact on some dead world called Zill. Apparently they sent in a specialist team, but they lost contact with them 2 days days ago. Their bad luck, I guess. Figure we'll get hazard pay for this one. So here's the deal. This place is a morgue. Whatever used to live in these ruins up and died millions of years ago. Before they went missing, the Mobius team reported artifact radiation emanating from that big old hunk of rock over yonder. They brought a big damn laser drill to burn the way in.
Laser drill? That thing's a monster. If the Mobius team had access to that kind of hardware, I hate to think about what could have wiped them out.
Reckon we'll find out soon enough, partner. That she die for her crimes. Only she can save us.
Wait a second. You're talking about Kerrigan. It's been 4 years. You show up out of nowhere.
Time is short. You must understand. The answers you seek lie within. Study it well. The fate of creation hangs in the balance.
Nice to see you too. I've heard of these Ehon crystals before. Supposedly they allow you to relive another person's memories. Whatever Zeratul uncovered, he was desperate for me to see it too. Well, here goes nothing.
I see we have a new acquisition. Is it a Protoss device?
That's right. But I wouldn't mess with it if I were you. It's a Kadaran Ehon crystal. It's a memory storage device. Lets you experience what other people have seen or done. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing.
Yet you don't fear it at all. You're a fascinating man, Jim Raynor. You know more about the Protoss and the Zerg than any of the experts I've read about.
So now we've got 3 of these artifacts on my ship. When are we supposed to hand these damn things over?
Well, that's gonna be a bit tricky. I hear the Zerg have attacked the Mobius Research Center on Tirador. I don't get it, though. What's the Queen of Blades after? Ain't no artifacts there.
If those eggheads can hold out till we get there, we may never know. Upload the data to the star map. Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned rescue mission.
This is Donnie Vermillion, live from UNN. Tonight, the Zerg invasion. The battle so far. The Terran Dominion is holding firm under Zerg aggression. Our industrial complex has stepped up production on all fronts. Enlistment rates have risen within the penal system, and the Marine Corps is ready to get in the fight. The Zerg won't know what hit them.
Donnie, has there been any word on when we start pushing the aliens back?
Kate, if I revealed that, I'd be giving away vital Dominion secrets.
You think the Zerg watch our broadcast?
I know they do, Kate. I know they do.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. This is Kate Lockwell for UNN.
Hadini, visitors lately?
I don't know what you're talking about, Tosh.
Oh, I think you do, James Rayner. Something was on this ship just now. I still smell it on you. Protoss. Interesting.
Whatever you think you know, you just keep it to yourself. I hear you yapping about this, and I'll toss you out the airlock.
We're rocking some serious heavy metal now that we got siege tanks.
Yes, sir. The comforting thunder of the big guns. Well, comforting when they're on our side.
Yeah, these newer tanks have better guns when they're on the move. And reinforced armor.
So long as they still got the range in siege mode, the rest is just gravy. Between siege tanks and bunkers, we can hold the line against just about anything. You ain't gonna believe this, but I just saw Zeratul on the ship.
How much did you have to drink tonight, sir?
He was here, Matt. And he was hurt. On the run from something.
Where is he now, sir?
I don't know. But he ain't on the ship anymore. He gave me an Ehon memory crystal, and he was desperate for me to study it. I guess he wants me to see what he's seen.
Raynor, the hounds of the void are closing in. I impart my memory, my very essence, into this Ehon crystal, so that you will see what I have seen, and that the future may yet have hope.
Zeratul. What the hell have you gotten yourself into?
Friend Raynor, long has it been since we stood together against the Swarm. Since then, I have wandered the void in solitude, seeking an ancient prophecy, rumored to foretell the return of the Xel'Naga. My sojourn led me to a remote world known as Ulan, where I discovered fragments of the prophecy. Yet I was not the first to find them. It falls to you now, old friend, to relive my memories and believe. The Zerg swarm came, as was foretold. And the Protoss, firstborn of the gods, rose to fight them. Now, the Xel'Naga that forged us all are returning. But do they come to save? Or to destroy?
I knew you'd find your way here. Eventually.
Your very presence defiles this place, Kerrigan.
Do you hear them, Zeratul? Whispering from the stars. The galaxy will burn with their coming.
Perhaps. But you won't live to see it!
Please. Our petty conflicts mean nothing now. The storm is coming that cannot be stopped. Fitting that we should face oblivion together.
Never!
Fate cannot be changed. The end comes. And when it finds me, I shall embrace it at last.
The prophecy is uncertain. There is always hope.
I'm okay, Doc, before you start asking.
You were staring at that Protoss device for a very long time. Are you sure?
Well, now you mention it, I could use a drink. Or two. Maybe what I saw would make more sense if I was drunk.
What was it, Jim?
An old friend of mine. Looking for the end of the world.
How did you become such good buddies with those freaky Protoss? All I hear is they kill Terrans like you and me on sight.
Some of them would. But some others would fight to the death protecting people like us. I helped them defend their homeworld from the Zerg during the First War. When Kerrigan came back leading the swarm, I helped him out again. They're real big on loyalty.
Damn, Genie. Almost sounds like you respect them.
I wouldn't expect you to understand, Tychus.
Today I'm speaking with Crown Prince Valerian. Highness, what do you have to say about the allegations that recently came to light regarding your father's corruption?
Kate, there's no need to belabor that topic. Highness, I think the question on everyone's mind is, do you have a special lady in your life?
Truth be told, Kate, I've had a crush on you for many years.
What?
But in all seriousness, with the Zerg invasion, there's little time for such things. I've been studying military tactics under General Warfield, and whatever spare time I have is devoted to statecraft. It's my goal to be the best emperor our people could ask for. When the time comes, of course.
Wonderful. Now I've got two of them to worry about.
Good to see you, brother. Wait. I can see it in your eyes. You've seen into the spirit world. The Protoss. He gave you a crystal. And now you've been seeing what he's seen.
That ain't nothing to do with you. Stay out of my head, Tosh.
Have it your way. But you want to tread careful when you go looking into the beyond. If you need me, you know where I'll be.
How
long was I down in the lab, Matt?
You've been gone for hours, sir. You've been in the lab all that time?
I used the Eon crystal Zeratul gave me. I'd swear it only lasted a few minutes. So vivid. Zeratul's been searching for a Xel'Naga prophecy about the end of the universe. There's more. I just haven't got to it yet.
I gathered allies, and we made our way to the Forbidden Archive world of Zakuul. There, a triumvirate of mystic preservers awaited us, and in the shadows, something else was watching and waiting.
All right, Zeratul, old buddy, you got your mysterious prophecy. Now let's see what your preserver's made of it.
My quest to decipher the prophecy took me to the Forbidden Archive world of Zakuul. Here, 3 immortal preservers guarded ancient knowledge. Only they could transcribe the prophetic fragments. I needed to seek them out quickly. Protoss and Zerg hybrid. Gods, an abomination. Who created this atrocity?
Come, my slaves. The time has come to give you your strength.
The spirits of the preservers are entombed within. We must break them open immediately.
We have seen prophetic fragments in your mind, Zeratul. We will make of them what we can. The cycle shall draw to its end. The Xel'Naga who forged the stars will transcend their creation. Yet the Fallen One shall remain, destined to cover the void in shadow. It begins with the Great Hunger. It ends in utter darkness.
A great hungerer. Could it refer to the Zerg Overmind? It has a part to play in this prophecy. I must seek out the Overmind's final resting place. Our ancient homeworld of ire.
And I'm bringing home to you.
You look spooked. You've been seeing what the Protoss has to show you. The memories shine through you as clear as day.
I saw a hybrid. Something unnatural. It was trying to corrupt the Protoss preservers. Who would have sent it there? Who controls something like that?
The one that made them for sure. That was just the first of many. Dark harbingers, man. Soon they'll be beyond numbering. And the stars will weep at what comes after.
How could you know all this?
I don't. I just feel it be true.
I don't think your buddy Horner likes me very much. I'll drink to that.
Level 800, Elite Tauren Chieftain is back with a new album, pulse-pounding rock that will shake the galaxy. Rock out with such hits as Rogues Do It From Behind, Terran Up the Night, Another Hydralisk Bites the Dust, Saturday Night's Alright for Nuking, Lucy in the Sky with Mutus, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, Touring in Your Galaxy, no!
What's up, cowboy? You know, you're looking kind of rough lately. Rougher than usual, I mean.
I've, got a lot going on right now, Swan. You know how it is.
Yeah, sure. You know, you might want to try laying off the sauce and getting some shut-eye once in a while, huh?
Thanks, Mom. I'll get right on that.
Welcome back, sir. Learn anything new from the crystal?
Something I wish I hadn't seen. You remember that Zerg-Protoss hybrid at the lab we raided?
Hard to forget. That thing was an abomination.
Well, Zeratul took the prophecy fragments he had to a temple? Library? Kind of both, I guess. A hybrid had already taken over the place. Just how many of these things are out there?
Be careful, Jim. I think you're losing yourself in that crystal.
So these things are still a big mystery, huh?
Actually, I have found something interesting. Whenever you use that Protoss device over there, the artifacts respond by drawing together and expanding their molecular matrices.
A little slower and with shorter words, please.
Well, if you think of them as dry sponges, they draw ambient energy like water. These things try to absorb as much energy as they can.
Are they dangerous?
Not if you're human. If my theories are correct, and you were a Protoss, for instance, they could drain the life right out of you.
I return to our ruined homeworld of Ire. The Zerg infestation still covered much of our beloved world. The desiccated remains of the Overmind were still there, a grim reminder of battles lost and battles won.
I remember the fall of Ire. Don't much like the idea of having to see it all again. Guess there's nothing for it.
At the very apex of its victory against us, the Zerg Overmind grew overconfident. Now, all that was left of the mighty Overmind was a twisted, withered husk. I needed to understand whatever memories lingered within the creature's rotting mass. Only by making contact with the gargantuan tendrils connected directly to its cortex could I learn its secrets. Yet its countless minions, which seemed to be feeding from its dead husk, would prove somewhat problematic. Arudin Rashaga, the fourth Overmind tendril. I sense an end. I must go to the Overmind cortex to understand. Greetings, brother. I speak to you from the beyond. Tassadar. But you died, slaying this cursed Overmind. I have never tasted death, Zeratul, nor shall I. But that is a tale for another time. I have come to tell you of this creature's courage. was an abomination.
Not always. The Zerg were altered. A single overriding purpose was forced upon them. The destruction of our people. The Overmind was formed with thought and reason, but not free will. It screamed and raged within the prison of its own mind.
Who did this? Why?
I know not. But the Overmind found a way to resist its all-consuming directive. It created a chance, a hope of salvation. The Queen of Blades.
Madness.
Only she can free the Zerg from slavery, and in so doing, save all that is from the flame.
I do not understand, brother.
Forget what you know, Zeratul. The Overmind saw a vision. The end of all things. And now, you must see it too.
No. This vision. I cannot bear it. Stop.
You look haunted. You've been seen into the spirit world, and you learned something you don't like. It's Kerrigan.
Seems the Overmind made Kerrigan to free the Zerg from something that put him on a collision course with the Protoss. It's all gone wrong. Everything's twisted. And there's something out there that's set to destroy us all.
Zerg. Protoss. He's a strong recess. How terrible. How powerful is something that plays with their fates?
Tonight on UNN, another world has broken into open revolt, and Emperor Manx still refuses to give any interviews. Is the Dominion falling apart around us?
I will rule this sector or see it burnt to ashes around me.
In this reporter's opinion...
Old Minsk is in deep now. He can burn for all I care.
You know, I've been watching the logs. Those damn Protoss are still way ahead of us. I can't believe some of the stunts they can pull off.
Tell me about it. They've learned some new tricks since the last time we fought.
I mean, come on. Since when could they warp in guys just anywhere? I thought they needed some kind of gateway at least.
Not just anywhere. They need a pylon or another power source close by. Still, they've been working to improve their tech just like us. Damn, Matt. I don't even know what to make of this last vision from the crystal. Zeratul was looking for more clues about the end of the universe. But this time, he was on Ire.
Ire? What was he looking for?
He was trying to find out why the Overmind made the Queen of Blades in the first place.
She's the one that's gonna destroy the universe?
No. That's just it. I think she's the only one that can save it.
Be careful, Jim. I think you're losing yourself in that crystal.
Now, friend Raynor, you must see the Overmind's vision of the future. The end of my people, and of all things. This is our fate, should Kerrigan die. die.
I don't think I want to see any vision of the Overminds. If Kerrigan's involved, I need to know.
On a distant, shadowed world, the Protoss will make their final stand. Their heroes will gather. Their forces will be marshaled, and they will die bravely. But still, they will die. And my Zerg will be slaves to the hybrid. All will bow before the power of the Fallen One.
Protoss brethren, heed me. The last twilight has fallen. The galaxy burns around us. The Terrans have been consumed. We are all that stands against the Shadow. But if we are to meet our end this day, then we will do so as one! Antaro Tassadar!
This is Hierarch Artanis, commanding the Shield of Iron. Our matrix fields are within range. Engaging mass recall. My brethren, hear me, for there is little time left. All that remains of our race, our civilization, are those that stand beside you now. Trust in each other. Strike as one will. Let our last stand burn a memory so bright, we will be remembered forever. Antaro Tassadar!
Foolish, prideful children. There was one among you who could have jeopardized my great plan. But in your recklessness, you mistook her for the true threat.
The Queen of Blades. How could we have known?
Forgive me, great Tassadar. I wasn't strong enough.
Kerrigan! How could we have known?
As I was your beginning, so shall I be. Your light is expended. It is finished.
Friend Raynor, you now bear witness to the truth. There is a malevolent presence within the void that seeks to destroy everything we hold dear. Could this fallen one be Azel Naga? After so long, could the gods themselves seek our destruction? And Kerrigan, I can hardly believe the wretched Queen of Blades will prevent the destruction of all that we know. Raynor, you may soon hold Kerrigan's fate in your hands. I know only that she must live. Be wary, old friend. The hounds of the void are on the hunt.
Damn, brother. You look like you could use a drink.
I saw the last vision Zeratul put into the crystal. It was a look into the future. A final battle against the hybrid. Armageddon. Somehow, Kerrigan's the key to preventing it.
Who knows how the wheel turns? Cycles upon cycles. This much I know. Those that see the future best take heed. It's both a gift and a curse.
But is it cast in stone? That's what I need to know.
Who knows? I've heard you say we are who we choose to be. If that be true, the future cannot be fixed.
You're looking a little pale there, Jimmy. What you need is another drink.
Hankering for some down-home cooking out there in the space lanes? Come on down to Bubba's Gas and Grub. We got Twofer Tuesdays, featuring barbecue Muta wings. Also, free plasma charge with each fill-up. Bubba's Gas and Grub. Your space trucker home away from home.
Oh, what the hell, cowboy? You look like crap. You been thinking about that girl again?
Kinda. I just got some bad news about what might happen if we can't save her.
No use worrying about what might happen, if you ask me. You want me to help, you just let me know.
You look shaken, sir. What's wrong?
Zeratul called it a vision of the future. It was the end times, Matt. Armageddon. More Protoss than we ever knew existed. But there still weren't enough to stop the hybrid.
But what about Kerrigan? Wasn't she supposed to stop them?
In this timeline, she was dead. Killed by us. That's what Zeratul's been trying to tell us all along. She has to live, or we're all doomed.
Seems your Queen of Blades figured out who's been paying us to snatch up all them artifacts. Mobius's head honcho, Dr. Narud, claims the Zerg are attacking his main research campus on Tirador. He can't evacuate his people until all their artifact research is safe.
Commander Rayner, thank the stars you've come. You had a sterling reputation as a marshal many years ago, and I know you'll do your best to help us.
Yeah, well, that was all a long time ago, Doctor. Looks like you've got one heck of a Zerg problem here. Where do you need us?
We're ready to evacuate, but none of the teams I sent to purge the Foundation data cores have reported back. I need you to destroy those cores before the Queen of Blades finds them and discovers the coordinates of the remaining artifacts. The fate of the entire sector could hang in the balance.
Class 12 psi pattern detected. Recommend extreme caution.
Kerrigan. All right then, Doc. Our timetable's shorter than we thought. We gotta move.